Yo guys, this is actually the day after I filmed that last gun war video. But it's not the very last one, but it's the one with the snow and everything. I don't know, I might film more of those, but you know, it's a day after. And yesterday it went from 32 to 34 degrees, and it was kind of jumping in that range. And today it's 15 degrees, so it's not that warm out there, you know. It's not that warm. Actually, it doesn't feel that cold. No, there's no way in hell this is 15 degrees. It's too damn warm. Anyway, that's not that cold at all. Or maybe I'm just too hot in here. Either way. Oh, it's 74 degrees. That might be why. It's way too warm. Yep, that might explain it though. Yeah, man. This whole week, like I said, on the 17th, they're coming over, everyone, the whole family, the whole gang. So, I was thinking that this is today. They're coming over here. So I was thinking that for these next 3 days, I film as much as I can. And I upload it, and I schedule them and stuff, because I'm taking a week off, because I'm going to be honest, I had a mental breakdown, so I just took a week off, because I literally had a breakdown, man. I'd had enough. A lot of shit was nipping at my mind, and I just couldn't take it. Wasn't really as bad a breakdown as some of the ones I've had, but anyway, I'm alright. So yeah, I'm gonna go back right here. I took a week off, so I'm gonna film as much as I can. Since I don't really get a chance to film that often, I'm just gonna schedule the motherfuckers. What are you looking at? Hear that? It's peace. Quiet. See, in that video I had this and that on. 2 layers of gloves, and I still could not even fucking feel my hands, man. I was frozen out there. Like, I swear to God. It was bad. Jesus. The fucking chandelier, man. Anyway. My grandpa, he got that for me. He got this for me. I think it was Christmas 2008. That's a guess. About 2008. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. He died in January. I think it was January 15th, 2009. I still remember that, you know? I remember even in 06 and 07 we used to go, down to, I'm not going to mention his name, we went down to Man's Lake. We used to go fishing all the time, you know? And one time I fell in the lake, and I swear to God, like I was standing on the dock, right, and I just kind of lost my balance, and I fell into the lake, and I swear to God, man, I was frozen. I had to go inside that guy's house, and I guess it was his wife. She went ahead and dried my clothes, and I was playing games on the couch with this one kid, right? And I'd never really seen games, I'd never seen or played video games. Well, I think I had, but not that much, so I was pretty intrigued. But then Grandpa said, "We ain't here to play games, we're here to fish." So, so we went back outside and we kept fishing. And I also remember, I still have this little piece of bait to this day. And this little piece of artificial bait. I remember Grandpa said, take this. And so I put it on there. I start fishing with it, and I caught fish after fish after fish with that. I don't know why. I don't know if it was just a fluke. It didn't have anything on it. It was just a plain artificial little piece of bait. I think it's in my tackle box or Dad's. I don't know. But also remember how, he used to have incense and stuff, and he used to burn it. And, he always used to let me light it. He was a smoker, though. He was born in 1922, so, he grew up smoking. You know what I mean? And they didn't know any better back then. They didn't know they could affect you. And he actually fought in World War II. Let me show you. Here, I'll show you. See? That's my grandpa. Well, back in 1942. Not as I remember. There should be a bookmark in one of these Bibles right here that has his picture in it. I think it's this one, the topical. Yeah, I haven't seen this in a while. Yep, there it is. I got this on the day of his funeral. I remember that. That's how I remember it. It was January 3rd. January 3rd, 2009. I still remember that day like it was yesterday, man. I swear to God. He was lowered. He was in a coffin. I remember seeing him in a coffin. He was lowered into the ground. And I swear to God, I was not happy, man. I was not happy. He got lung cancer, and so he was the only grandparent I'd ever seen in my life. You know what I mean? He was the only grandparent that was even alive that I have. Because my other grandfather, Oliver, my dad, which is I think Dad should be about 71, 72 now. He always said he's the one that's in the videos. He always told me that Oliver was a complete asshole. He never played with Dad. He was always drunk, and he was always like getting pissed at his mother and shit. And which would be my grandmother. I think her name's like Eileen. Yeah, her name's Eileen. And so I guess he was an asshole. I don't know, from what I've heard. So, and there's my other grandmother, which is his wife, Hazel. He used to talk to me about Hazel sometimes. I remember that. And I remember I always used to sweep his car out. I still have the first dollar I made from sweeping his car out. That is a 2006 dollar. I made it in 2006 sweeping his car out with the vacuum. I remember that. Man, you're getting old and you remember things that happened. Some of the things 11, 12 years ago that happened. You're starting to get old. Man, he was like and also I gotta remember he always used to kind of take my side and things. You know what I mean? I always kind of admired that. Like Mom, she would be whining at me for stupid things, and I'd be miserable over that. I hated that, and I still hate that to this day. It just kills me. It adds stress, and even the doctor told me that I need to find a way to relieve my stress, or it's gonna kill me. That's what the doctors told me. I can't take this yelling shit. The doctors warned me about it. But I remember back in the day, Grandpa always used to say, don't yell at him, he's only 5, or don't yell at him, he's only like 8 years old, don't yell at him. I remember that. I tell you. I can talk about him really and not cry anymore, you know what I mean? Or not get emotional. We were thinking about visiting his grave pretty soon. Going up to... Ooh, I almost said the city. I better not do that. That'd give away our entire location. There's this flag, man, that was put over his coffin, and I watched him fold it up and put it in there. Very weird way how they fold it this way and then this way and that way. That's weird. I guess you get a triangle shape in the end. Dad's back is just now healing, so I think he's about done healing, actually. He's been taking... Oh, the meds are not there anymore. He was like taking medication stuff, painkillers and stuff to help his back. They were doctor prescribed before you come up with any rumors. Okay, they're doctor prescribed. Yeah, it's just insanity. And then I remember, speaking of people who have passed on, I don't mean to depress you during the holiday season, but I remember Aunt B. Aunt B, I think she died in, God, I think it was like 05, 06, I don't know. I can just vaguely remember her. I don't remember too much about her. I ought to make a video talking about, my story about being adopted and all that. I was adopted as a baby. It's actually not what you think. It's a really weird story, man. Like, it's insane. But I always walk around while I'm talking like this. I don't know why. Might as well start walking in figure 8, huh? But I also remember trying to think. I think it was fuck. We used to know these people down at the campground. We moved to Gasaway. Oh shit. Fuck it, you guys ain't gonna be able to find that. We moved down to a campground down the road, and but the people we used to know, as soon as we started going to the previous campground, I'm not going to mention any names of campgrounds, but we used to know 2 people named Lois, Don and Lois. And we always used, we were good friends and stuff, and she seemed like a grandmother to me, you know what I mean? She was real nice, and Don, he and Dad always used to talk, but then, we started getting a little bit distant, right? We started not talking too much anymore, because, we were off doing other things, we wouldn't really go into the campground much anymore. What the hell's your deal? What's out there? There's nothing out there. Anyway, we started doing other things, and eventually, Don, he died. And I still remember his funeral. And I still remember going to her house after he had died. And she seemed like she had everything together, She seemed like she had everything in order and everything together. But ago, not that long ago, probably not even a year ago, we got a call, and it's telling us that Lois, she didn't die, but she's starting to lose it. I think she has Alzheimer's or something. Maybe dementia. I don't know. It's kind of sad. I mean, she always used to make us cookies and stuff, and she was nice to us. And also got another story about the campground. Now, we went to that campground for about 7 years, okay? I'd say from 2000, probably about from 2009 to 2015, or probably about 2008 to 2015. I can't quite tell exactly how long, but there was this man. I believe I talked about the man over there on camera before. Gil. See, I'm not mentioning any last names, I'm only mentioning first names. These people could be anyone for all you know, but that's why I'm only mentioning first names. Now, Gil, he was okay, he acted like he kind of acted like he didn't have much growing up, like I don't know him too well, and I didn't know him too well, and neither did anyone else I know, but he's only come around the house a couple times, and he's a neighbor, and he said, man, if I had half the things that you have, I'd be happy, I don't necessarily agree with that, but I'll explain that some other time. But Gil, one time I was riding in the chuck wagon, which we actually got rid of that, sadly. I have videos of me on it though, but I rode, and I was over there by his house, and I was backing up, and he's got these wood blocks going right down his property, right down his backyard, and so I was backing up, and I hit the wood blocks, and he comes out, and he's like cussing at me and stuff. I just drove off, because I pressed on the gas pedal instead of the brake, is what I did. Now I panicked, I put it in forward. I screwed up. Okay, but it was an accident, so he shouldn't have been that pissed. And plus, I just knocked one of his fucking wood blocks out of place that you could easily just pick up and just go, and it'd be right back in fucking place. So I don't know why he was so pissed. But, and my buddy Braden, he came out and he started talking to him. He came up to me and said, hey, Gil's pissed at you. I said, I don't give a fuck, it was an accident. But, don't sweat the small stuff. But, I've been talking about him for about 2 months as if he was alive. But I heard recently, I think it was a couple days ago, that he died in August of this year, 2016. And I was kind of shocked by that, to be honest. Like, I didn't see that coming. Well, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. And Happy New Year. And whatever other holiday, I hope that's grand as well. If you celebrate a different holiday from Christmas, I hope you enjoy that too. And like, there's one called Hanukkah that's Jewish, and there's like, what's that other one, like Kwanzaa or something? Anyway, I don't mean to be offensive. If you celebrate that, then that's good for you. Enjoy. I'll see you guys some other time.